Before the age of men, before the gods drew breath, this world had already been broken. Two races born from the same darkness, divided by a curse older than memory, and a war that never truly had a beginning because it was never meant to have an end. The orcs were not always warriors. Once they built cities, raised families, studied the stars, but the curse changed everything. It rewired something deep inside their blood, turned their builders into destroyers, their healers into hunters, their songs into war cries, and slowly, they forgot everything they had ever been. Trolls remembered more. Their elders kept the old knowledge alive in stone carvings and whispered histories passed from generation to generation. They knew the war was wrong. They knew the curse was not natural. But knowing the truth and stopping it are two very different things. And by the time they understood what was happening, the war had already consumed too many generations to stop. The first meeting was not a battle. It was a misunderstanding, a single arrow, a single command misheard in the dark, and 1,000 years of war began, not with strategy, not with hatred, but with one moment of fear that nobody could take back. But beneath the battlefield, something ancient stirred, something that had been waiting, feeding on conflict, growing stronger with every drop of blood spilled above. The curse was not a punishment placed upon both races. It was a living thing, and the war was its food. Groth had led the orc armies for 30 years. He had won every battle, lost every person he ever loved, and somewhere between the first victory and the 100th, he had stopped remembering what winning was supposed to feel like. But the curse kept him fighting, because stopping was simply not something his blood would allow. Elder Vora had spent 60 years searching the ancient texts for the origin of the curse, and on this night, she found it. What she read in those pages changed everything she thought she knew, because the curse had not chosen the orcs and trolls randomly. It had chosen them specifically because of what they shared, because of what connected them. A single bloodline running through both races, hidden for 1,000 years. And deep beneath, where both armies slept, something that was neither orc nor troll began to wake. He had been there longer than the war, longer than the curse. He was the reason for both, and the blood being spilled above was finally enough to bring him back. The ground shook, both armies woke, and for the first time in 1,000 years, orcs and trolls looked at each other, not with hatred, but with the same fear. Because whatever was waking beneath them, it was not coming for one side, it was coming for both.